Hey Pisces, how's it going? We're here with a timeless reading. Welcome. The first card that we have out is the Chariot. The second card is Wheel of Fortune. This looks like something is going very, very well for you. Or it will be soon if it's not feeling like that immediately. Chariot shows that you've been persistently working through something that may be like challenging, it may be difficult, like it takes the sort of approach where you have to be like versatile, and so it can be like a multi-step approach that you're taking to figure something out. But just starting off with the Chariot shows that whatever this challenge is, or these challenges are that are popping up, that you will be working through them. So you will see the other side of these things. And Wheel of Fortune is a very auspicious energy to be seeing here. It's connected with Jupiter. And what this means is that if you've been like working on something and being like, I need, like, when am I going to get a break, or when is that shift going to be happening? It's like, it's going to be happening. Like Wheel of Fortune being present is like, you're about to see this. And so if you've been waiting for like that big break, or if you've been waiting for the moment where things like get easier, like go your way, like you're gonna see this, okay? Could have been waiting for some of you, but the timing had to be right. Feels like this is going to allow you to move forward in a way where you can really be focusing on what you want to be focusing on. And maybe before you have to do some other stuff that wasn't feeling like that before. Keeping your sight set on what matters to you right now, what's catching your attention, and also complying with the practical side of things, the balance between these two. Feels like flexibility and adaptability and prioritizing is much needed at this time. The effort you've been putting in is going to be paying off big time. I'm seeing 9 of Pentacles. Seems like this is what you've been focusing on. Nine of Pentacles is associated with abundance, but it's also associated with us like reaping the reward of what we've been putting our energy into, like what we've been investing in. Nine of Pentacles is like when those things come to fruition. So you will see things come to fruition now. And I'm seeing this is going to be, it feels like a prominent moment actually with Three of Cups. Like Three of Cups is connected with unity, it's connected with celebration, with joy, with happiness, like a good time. So that's the direction that things are moving into. This can be also something that you can share too. Like it can be something that it won't just be for you. Others can also be involved in this too, or impacted by it in some way. I feel like the most difficult part at this point in time is remaining consistent. There can be a part of you that is connected with the Knight of Wands that maybe like, I get these gusts of energy, but then I like lose the spark or lose the motivation or like get gassed out. This is about like harnessing that energy and using it in the most effective way possible, and trying to be consistent with this, and trying to like sort of keep yourself focused on what you're up to right now, to not stray essentially. This will be most helpful to you also to like do things from a practical standpoint, even if it's just a little bit at a time. Yeah, I'm seeing things sort of go a bit all over the place, and you can feel like this is changing and then I have to adapt, and then this is moving over there and then I have to adapt to that. It can feel, I get the feeling of you sort of being kept on your feet here, where you could feel like you haven't really been able to relax, like you have to keep looking at what's going on and addressing it and adapting to it, like that sort of thing. But I'm seeing that as long as you keep yourself balanced, you're not going to sort of like fall into this. So it feels like needing to make sure that you stay stabilized during a process that can feel like there's a lot that's shaking and moving around. There can be a part of you that feels like bothered by this being sort of what's going on right now. Like you could feel like you're going through a really tumultuous time currently. There can be a part of you that's like, I'm doing it, but I sort of wish that things were a bit different currently. Like maybe there's some stuff that you're feeling a bit upset about, or just like disappointed by. Like there can be some things where you're like, I didn't expect it to be like this right now. Like that. I'm smelling shampoo here. Has like a floral scent to it. Two more cards. Some of you, there's a decision that you've been... There's a decision that you've been gathering information about. Can be a decision, it can just be something that you needed to make your mind up about. It can be something that you needed to see where you're like, I see that and I see this, but I feel split on it. Can be things that are connected with that. What's going to be most helpful right now, like what to really do, what move to make for yourself. It feels like on a couple different levels too. Having to be very adaptive during a time where it can feel like there's a lot that's sort of erupting. There can be stuff that's unexpectedly popping up that you've been having to deal with. So it feels like moving sort of through that when like something's going on here. So I have to shift over here, like shift my weight over here, my focus over here, like those sorts of things. Or now this is falling apart and I didn't expect that to happen. Or like now I have to put this on my plate and I thought that my plans were set for the day. It can be like those sorts of things, but I'm seeing there be like a lot about yourself and your resilience and your adaptability that you're learning about as you move through this, and also too like how to deal with these things. Like I'm seeing a very Mars related process, and Mars can be these moments that happen where it calls us to action and we have to do something about it. So it feels like you have continuously been being called to action to handle what's been going on in ways that feel like you can't push them aside. You have to be addressing things. And so it feels like it's been taking so much energy on your end, where it's like, this is popping up, now I have to deal with that, now I have to deal with this, now I wasn't expecting this to happen, but I still have to show up anyway, like those sorts of things. And everything that you're taking in as you're learning through this, I am seeing Six of Swords on the bottom of the deck, which shows that things are going to be getting better. So if you've been like, oh, like when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? I don't know how much longer I can do it. Six of Swords is a very good thing to be seeing here, because it's saying like things are going to be settling down, things are going to be calming down, and you could feel like the cycle has been super chaotic and disruptive, or just a lot of stuff going on, very, very busy. Chariot and Nine of Pentacles is like you're gonna get the bag or whatever it is that you're trying to achieve here. Like whatever you are trying to create like some type of stasis with, or whatever you have been like doing all of this stuff so something that you want can come to fruition, that is going to be happening. It feels too like you may find some type of social or spiritual or emotional support at this time as well. And it can feel like something that's you're not in control of, but it's something that actually is really supportive to you and your process. Stay focused as you can be, and show up. I'm seeing that Knight of Wands energy is going to be helpful, and Knight of Wands is the part of you that's just like determined, like this is what you're doing, like 100%, putting in 100%. Page of Pentacles is about also making sure that you do things that are putting you at an advantage in a practical way, and balancing the two of these. So Knight of Wands is going to be that part of you that's like 100% invested in this and like giving it all you got. And then Page of Pentacles is going to be sort of the grounded way that you do things. So it's not just like I'm putting in all force and I'm not being practical at all with this. Page of Pentacles is going to be like the practical side of things, of making sure that you're sort of using this energy in a way, directing it in a way that's going to be most beneficial to you and the goals that you have. And stay clear-headed as you're doing this, so you know very clearly how to take action and what to do given the circumstance. I wonder too if there's going to be like some of you, there's some type of support that you can get from friends or something like that right now. That can also be part of this too. But it can happen like at the right time. It will feel almost synchronistic or something, the way that this takes place. Knight of Cups and High Priestess feels like the part of you that's connected with your higher self, that's like, okay, I got the message, like I know how to move through this. But then I'm also seeing Nine of Swords here, so there can be something that's just on your mind that's been like creating a little bit of static here, you know, like making things a little bit fuzzy or foggy. So over here it's like, okay, I got the message from my intuition, and then Nine of Swords can be something that's sort of like creating the static on the line and then making it hard to see things. Like, is that really what I heard there? Like, is that really how I'm supposed to move? So it feels like clearing that out so you can very clearly understand what the message is. And Nine of Swords can be something that's like fear or anxiety related, that when the High Priestess is speaking to you, which is like your higher self communing with you so you know what to do then. You got the message, recognizing when your thoughts may be, when thoughts may be coming through and like moving things around, and then you're like, what did I just hear? And recognizing, it feels like recognizing when that happens. Because I'm seeing like you get the message and you're confident about that, but then Nine of Swords can be something that scrambles it up a little bit. Like, now I'm worried, or now I'm unsure, now I'm not trusting myself, you know? And then you can be like, and now I'm confused. But it's like over here you knew what to do, so it's just about sticking with that and moving through this. Because I'm seeing you like understanding how some things can be coming through and getting in the way of your process, or making it more complicated than it needs to be. And this feels like very purely going off of what you are feeling within you, what you are sensing, and what you know to be true. And that things will very shortly be getting better if you haven't started seeing that yet. Like Nine of Swords, things are really going to be calming down. Okay? I'm seeing Cancer, and I'm seeing Mars, and I'm also seeing the Moon here. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. Something too is that With Knight of Wands and Nine of Wands and Nine of Swords, you can be being asked to do something where you're gonna have to really put in effort and like be brave with something that you're doing. But it may be like, oh, I feel so scared to do this, or I'm so nervous, but your guides are like, you have to tap into this part of your energy where you're just gonna be bold and do the thing that you wanna be doing here and not lose sight of that. Just do it anyway. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for connecting. I hope to catch you guys next time.